back on the set, we have, of course, the award-winning author, the award-winning interior designer, Nick A. Ramli.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for coming back.
Yes, thank you for having me back again.
And so today we're talking about minimalist versus maximalist.
Yes.
It's like the battle of the ages in the world of interior design.
Yes.
So what is a minimalist and what is a maximalist?
Okay, minimalist basically is empty. You know, it's very, very balanced. You know, when you design something, you have a sofa, and you have two side tables, and you have like a mirror or a picture behind the sofa, you know, which is maximalist, is basically, it's busy. Full of color, full of designs, you know, for example, cushion covers, you know, you have different colors, different patterns, you know. I mean, we don't have to go far. Look at the background here.
Yeah.
That is maximalist. It's very busy, right? But the color tone is quite safe. Maximalist basically is very heavy color, heavy duty. You know, you have green, you have pink, you have yellow. I mean, your top here is fantastic. You know, it's vibrant, it's happy. It's a love color and it's happy color. You don't want to tone down, you know. That's what's minimalist all about. Maximalist all about.
So I think I'm definitely a maximalist. My house, I have an orange couch and a very, very colorful carpet. But how do I decorate without being too, kind of like too busy in the eyes?
Okay, basically, you say you love the colors, right? So you use all the colors that you already have, inject it. To the wall, perhaps, you know, perhaps you have pink, you know, in one of your cushions or your carpets, you know, and then get the pink or the green or anything onto the wall, such as the picture frames, you know, any picture colors, you know, photograph that you have, maybe have the colors, palette that you already have, use it. So that's one idea. But maximalist basically is very busy. It's sometimes not everybody will love them, but it has to blend in with the interior scheme. So if you employ an interior designer, they will do it perfectly for you. But I believe all the houses, like our parents' houses, our aunties, all that, they are the original maximalism. Yes, because they have everything. You know, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. You know why? Because it's the history of the homeowner. You know, you have to put your interior homes, you know, they decorate your interior home with things that matter to you. You know, because it's a storyline, timeline of the home owner. You know, because your home has to be kind of like historical to you or a museum. Because when you have guests coming over, you tell them, where do you get this from? Where do you get this pot of plant from? You know, so it's kind of like storytelling. So that's the history of maximalism, you know.
Wow. Well, looking at my choice of hairstyle, I'd say I'm a minimalist. I don't like too many things in my house at any one given time because it makes it easier for me to find stuff.
Which is fine. Yes, that's why I say maximalism is basically, again, it's busy, but however, you need to make it less clutter. You can have full of colors, full of furniture, but make it movable. You know, like I say, if you're doing a layout plan, like we mentioned before, it's very important for you to move around because certain age, you walk differently from a 20-year-old or 15-year-old person. You know, once you go 80, 60, or, you know, like 45, you still have to be careful. You know, so that's how you do it. Do it carefully. I mean, maximalism, basically, if you have a sideboard, decorate it with full of vases, mirrors, everything. You put everything together, but you don't have to put it on top of each other or in front of each other. You have to balance it. I mean, you can use your own eye adjustment or your own creativity. For example, something like this. If you have a taller vases, you can do something like this. So you don't want it to be same level. That's maximalism. You know. So yeah. So stagger it all together.
So basically,
like that.
Maximalism is sort of creating depth, right?
Yes,
depth
creating depth, and the history of yourself as well. I mean, you don't have to have everything new. That's why I say it's better to look at our old parents' houses or aunties' places, or sometimes people do have old things, you know, just use them. You know, it will be expensive if you employ interior designer because they will start from scratch. You know, they will buy everything, they'll, you know, from wallpaper to vases to sofas, you know, so they put together. That will be expensive. So basically, to have the look, it's very cheap because we already have the things in our home right now. So I think viewers can look at their home right now, just see what do they have and do it. Don't be afraid or don't be ashamed saying that, oh, it's too messy and things like that. As long as you clean it, tidy it, will be okay, you know, because it's maximalism basically is in trend right now. So a lot of people doing it, right? But I believe, and I would advise viewers, don't follow trends, you know, because trends will go away. That's why they call trend.
Right.
So do it because you live it. You need to love your home and display it with the things that matter to you most. You know,
So
that's how.
what if there are two people living in a house and one of them's a maximalist, one of them's a minimalist?
Yeah.
How do they sort of coexist?
Yeah, then you'll be in trouble.
Story of my life. Okay.
Basically, compromise.
Okay.
You know, your husband or your wife, your partner, you have to compromise from day one. You know, you have to compromise. If you can't, basically, it's easy. One corner, you have the easy looking type, the other corner you have the busy, vibrant type, you know, then it will blend in. But again, I said, blends in all together. You can have the sideboard quite empty, you know, follow the symmetrical look, 2 table lamps, a picture frame, or a few vases. But if you like the busyness, get the sofa, cover it with full of scattered cushions, different colors, different textures, and then it feels like a cozy. You know, you feel very cozy on the sofa. You want to sit on the sofa and snuggle up. And if you have cats, you know, like animals, you know, they're all playing around there. But again, remember I said,
Yes.
no.
I have
Then
totally
they will
applied
fight.
it, yeah.
So they will be around. So they kind of like add to the maximalism in your home. You know, like you have your pets and things like that because it's something livable. You know, plants have lots of plants because nature is good to have in your home. But on top of your pets. You know, so yeah.
Okay, so in terms of color scheme, because
Yes.
for minimalism, we see a lot of minimalists apply muted colors like
Yes.
black, white,
Yes.
beige, whereas for maximalists, they really like loud colors. Like
Yes.
for me, it's orange, it's pink, it's red.
Yeah.
So do we necessarily have to follow this color scheme if we are leaning towards the maximalist or the minimalist side of interior design?
Not really. You know, you can use your eye adjustment. What's best for you is you. It's your home. Forget about what designers tell you unless you employ them for help. That's fine. But if it's your home, do whatever you like. It's your home. Don't care about what other people say. It's your money, your home, your space. It's your sanctuary. You know, as long as you feel comfortable with it, it's fine.
Right.
But if you want to add on, I think everybody or every human being have their own eye adjustment. They know what color will fit in or not, you know, within your home. If you want to mix both of them, I mean, you can have something in maximalism in terms of decorative items such as cushion covers or wallpaper, but tone down on the colors. Maybe you can have one bright green, perhaps, but others of white or cream. So that'd be fine. So you mix both of them together. You know, because minimalism is not really. I don't think so. It's very comfortable. It looks, for me, it looks empty. Doesn't have soul in the home. It's too pristine. You know, they're too streamlined. You know, it's very architectural, glossy magazine look, and you don't want that. There's no soul into it. You know.
Well, so for
you
me,
need soul.
we solved that by making the living room a maximalist space for the missus, and for me, the master bedroom is minimalist.
Oh, that's fine.
So that's a compromise. Yeah.
That's one thing because you can do all of these basically mostly in the living room. You can't do much in the dining room except for the wall decoration because it's standard. You know, you have a dining table and chairs. Bedroom, you have a standard built-in cabinets and also the beds. But you can make it maximalism in bed, on your bed, by having a lot of scattered cushions. You can have wallpaper. I mean, if you have lots of fabrics, put those fabrics, kain batik, you know, all the songkits that you may not use anymore, just put it on the wall. Mix and match. It doesn't matter. In fact, it'll create a story for you. You know, when you look at it, hey, my late mom or my auntie gave me this kain batik, but we're not using it anymore. It's still beautiful. Just put it on there. Just mix it together. I mean, something like this. It's all mixture, right? I mean, it's same tone colors, but the drawings are different. You know, there's a story behind it, and it's very eye-catching. You know, so it's kind of like good. It's kind of good.
So you talked about the living room, the master bedroom, and also the dining room, the dining table. What about the kitchen though? Because I noticed when we talk, we never really touch so much on the kitchen.
Because again, kitchens, they are basically a standard. Standard design, you have cabinets, unless you move into a home which do not have a built-in cabinet. So you can add on a lot of things. Use a cabinet, freestanding cabinets or any sideboards. Put it in the kitchen, kitchen without built-in cabinets. Make it like a home, make it like a living room, and put all other things. You can Google, you can search the internet these days to get some inspirational ideas for all of those. So why not?
And as it stands, I think the answer to whether minimalist or maximalist is somewhere in the middle. You have to be practical, but at the same time, we don't want to rob your home of a soul.
You do. I mean, it's easy. You can check my website, which is ramli.com. There's a lot of tips there and pictures in there. Or my social media, which is Facebook, Nicky Ramli page, and another one, Instagram, just called Nicky Ramli. So a lot of ideas in there you can look. I mean, some people might ask me if I ever, advise people from maximalism to minimalism.
But the minimalism.
Yeah. Yes, I have, because sometimes when you go to a client's house, they're quite messy.
Right.
They are lovely, they're quite messy, and they want to change a few things. So I said, let's tone down on the colors, and a few things that you don't need anymore, you can give it away. Because all you need to do, if you have something, furniture or anything, belongs to you for a long time, you need to say thank you to them because they have used their purpose on you. So you just say, thank you so much, like this chair. Thank you so much because I'm sitting here and we're very comfortable with it. The height is fantastic. So thank you so much. With your furniture, if you want to give away, say, thank you so much. Now I'm going to give you to my auntie or my cousin or my nephew. Something like that. You need to thank you all the items that you're giving away. And then you mix and match the maximalism and minimalism. So that's how it works.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you so much,
That's
Nick, for
enlightening as
being
usual.
here. Exactly.